I go by Professor Aydee. Normally, I would do things a little different, but in this position, we stay persistent. And this is the first rhyme we're gonna hit you with. If nobody's ever heard me perform, thank you. I hope to hit you with something when you leave tonight. This is the loudest. Yeah, this is what we're gonna work with. If you guys need it louder, you need to let me know that you need it louder. All right, this thing's playing games with me. I'm gonna leave this right here. Yo, by the way, AD are my initials. It's also my time. Yo, take heed, this a different display. The same hip hooray. Double awareness to cheer up and elate. A shared experience to all of those who can relate. A vast network, more sophisticated than the internet. Daily appreciation compounds just like interest. Take out your scissors and sharpen up the blades. Time to cut the cumbersome and initiate the change. Like be this to have that. Learn how to behave to unload on them. First you must save using ports to transfer data. In the midst of haters, rubber resist the danger. It's time to be brave, not to be lame and play the blame game. Cause then what remains is pouring our veins out until nothing remains. Instead of working together, using our brains to work toward the same aim and no longer complain, pointing fingers so that shit never gets done. Instead of taking action to see who we become. Too many toxins in the body, leaving us numb, a little dumb, just enough to succumb to immorality. It's simple, we're done. Disobeying universal law, then left and on walking off of this cliff, expecting not to fall, no common sense at all. Got no answer for the call. Every year after summer, even the sun falls. I don't see a horizon, I just see another wall to get over without ever having to move. It comes to me, scared and confused, as atomical assemblies perceived through the sensory stimulus that's entering my eye, tempering my sight, sharpening, simultaneously hardening, more firm to confirm, nurturing of artistry, furthering the bargaining, gaining with my bars, proof without the marketing. I'm harnessing, enlightening and darkening. My aim I am retargeting, lyricism as sharpening, passion as spice. I'm asking the right questions. I'm just atoms, isotopes, and ions on the quest for connection with science of mathematics and electrical charge, chemistry or alchemy. It's all chemical art. Yo, 3 dimensions up is a ventricle heart. Like this brain, I ain't playing. Yo, wait, let me explain. 3 centers down, the testicle start or the ovary sharp to reflect the moon in regards to menstruation. The cyclical miracle that imparts our species with a window to procreate and rise in consciousness from idea to atom to molecule to chemical to cell to tissue to organ system to create an organism. Now let's organize with our organs. I see the inner I am that I am. Yo, can we get a little louder? Just a little bit? Please. Thank you. Shout out to my man Steel Mountain on this one. Yo. I rise and I fall. Yeah, but still I'll climb back up the mountain and go further than I ever did in the past. I said that I rise and sometimes I might fall. Yeah, but still I climb back up the mountain and go further than I ever did in the past. Yo, do it with love. To me, this shit is effortless. I am hip-hop, no space, I ain't separate. Built in my birthright and innate temperament. Intake grammar, process of logic, express rhetoric, trivia method to combat indoctrination. Compulsory education is an equation for enslavement. Teaching the youth hatred and envy of each other just to leave them to suffer and leave them naked. In the real world, armorless, targeted, marked for predators as hors d'oeuvres without consequence. That's why I'm combating it with similes and metaphors, alliteration and consonants, assonance, syntax and diction that's passionate. Said I ain't having it, not even half of it. That's why I'm rapping it, challenging ways to escape from any maze or labyrinth formed by the walls I erect. As a mental defect, first they were meant to protect, but arose from neglect. Now I redirect with cause to effect from the decisions I select to act out every sex. So I stop and reflect from time to time to slow down my mind and escape from space and time while I fast forward to rewind the cyclical process to transmute cerebral spinal fluid up from the base of my spine to induce encephalic orgasms to literally blow your mind. The flow you'll find will go and climb, grow and shine with no design. The goals designed with goals designed to know the I that I am, that I am, the is that is, and I use my gift when I rise, yo, and I fall, but still I'll climb back up the mountain and go further than I ever did in the past. I said that I rise, and sometimes I'll fall, yeah, but still I climb back up the mountain and go further than I ever did in the past. Cause once you've been initiated, there's no going back. Even if you try, you'll end up going mad. Upgraded from nations, but choose to remain ignorant. Deliberate action displays indifference. You'll be at war with yourself, and only you can bring peace. Unite thoughts, feelings, and actions to cure the disease. The real Holy Trinity encompasses the feminine, the Father, Madonna, and divine child represent. Yo, but who truly knows why they removed the feminine and replaced her with a ghost? Exploit her sexuality after they raped her dry, made her cry, enslaved her die. Then claim that they saved her life. They use her to train men to be controlled by their lust. Get them at a young age to crave the chemical rush that comes when they're irrational before they can judge. To start a war between the sexes, breaking families up. Yo, in this journey that we have, we can either live in fear or journey towards the truth. And this journey, it's like climbing a mountain. It's easier with the team, but some parts of the climb, you gotta go it alone. You see, we gotta rise up and come back down and get the others. To sum it up, the summit's up. And though some give up, I'm not one to budge. So I continue and rise. And sometimes I'ma fall. Yeah, but still I climb back up the mountain and go further than I ever did in the past. I said that I rise. And sometimes I fall. But still I climb back up the mountain and go further than I ever did in the past. Yo, let's get to the third track. Shout out to Blue Hill. Shout out Paul and Lauren. Much, much love. Yo, hip is awareness. Hop is a form of movement. Intelligence moving. Hey, yo, I'm hip to my movement. I know why I move. I'm hip to my movement. How about you? I'm hip to my movement with every step I take. I'm hip to my movement. In the end, there are no mistakes. I'm hip to my movement. Every loss is a lesson. I'm hip to my movement. Consciousness itself, reaching ascension. Hip to my movement. Always room for improvement. I'm hip to my movement. We're hip to the movement. Maintaining my coordinates. I relocate, condensing like liquid into an inner domain. Fractally actually start spiraling and rotate till I am nobody, no time and no space. Where barriers between mind and universal mind dissolve. Can't diss what I'm in, I'm already involved. And I'm going in again till it's resolved. Then removing prefix notions, boom, it's solved. It was nothing at all, seeing all and nothing and all. When I become nobody, I can become anybody I want. Yo, and that's a somebody, a solo cloud with no help, the life of the party. Pouring sovereign, breaking past the limits. Bars so heavy, precipitation ensues. Clouds dropping plates like the crops we just grew. Remember, it's temporary with the template we renew. Hey, yo, I'm hip to my movement. I know why I move. I'm hip to my movement. How about you? I'm hip to my movement with every step I take. I'm hip to my movement. In the end, there are no mistakes. I'm hip to my movement. Every loss is a lesson. Hip to my movement. Consciousness itself, reaching ascension. Hip to my movement. Always room for improvement. I'm hip to the movement. We're hip to the movement. I'm hip to my hop. Soon as the beat drop, the day I'm beating drop. But I still hear the tick of the talk of the clock on the watch as it falls. Like the sun as it springs, then it peaks, then it falls. Below the horizon, to battle set, we're set in stone. Traditions that neglect our ancestors, adopted via violence, which suggests that it's shit in the first place. We can change and select. I grab attention and redirect it. I found a letter and read its message and could have kept it to myself, but where's the fun in that? Unanimity, the ability to instantly show you that which I perceive, and it might just be that it's one and the same. The all and everything, called by many names. Kami Dioshin, do hip hop, the awareness that makes me hip to my hop. Hey, yo, I'm hip to my movement. I know why I move. I'm hip to my movement. How about you? I'm hip to my movement with every step I take. I'm hip to my movement. In the end, there are no mistakes. Yo, self-talk is very important. I don't kill insects, but we gotta watch out for these ants, these automatic negative thoughts. One of the ancestors I shouted out earlier, Bruce Lee, used to say, don't speak about yourself, even negatively, because the subconscious mind cannot tell a difference. Watch your words, y'all. Follow me. Yo. Whose eyes are you looking through? How do you speak about yourself? Yo, your subconscious doesn't know you joke. So what story will you tell? Yo, listen, Whose eyes are you looking through? How do you speak about yourself? Your subconscious mind doesn't know you joke, so what story will you tell? Ask yourself, whose eyes am I looking through? How do I speak about myself? My subconscious mind does not know I joke, so what story will I tell? Yo, who said that you were worthless? Who said you gotta spend your whole life working? Who hid the truth behind this curtain on purpose, saying that your life has no purpose? It matters, but it doesn't, cause now we realize even atoms being empty space just didn't seem right. Blasted by artificial fluorescent beam lights and suffocated in our sleep until our dreams died. But daydreaming in class just always seemed right. They took away our rhetoric, so now we only reply. Generation after generation, now it's streamlined. So we started taking power back from the street light. Yo, that's hip-hop, studied through subjectivity, positivity, neutrality, and negativity. Mastery of self through human abilities, a finite being one with infinity. Calm aggression, unstable stability, double slit. Yo, what's a theory of relativity? Merely a theory, nothing is absolute. So what constitutes the truth? What is it? Where is the proof? How do we arrive to this point of view? With so many to pick and choose, I, me, he, she, it, and even you. Everyone's viewpoint is special and unique. To the children hearing this, this is what I teach. Yo, whose eyes are you looking through? How do you speak about yourself? Your subconscious mind does not know you joke, so what story will you tell? Ask yourself, whose eyes am I looking through? How do I speak about myself? My subconscious mind does not know I joke, so what story will I tell? Let's go one more. This new dream surely seems to look familiar, like this dream I've had in the past. Now the stars align, finally it's my chance to be this phoenix that rose from the ash. Did it resurrect or just outlast time with the mind hip-hopping like that? Cause we're headed in this direction of supernova slick cosmic right strands of deoxyribonucleic acids, genetic expressions in balance with that spiral. Noting now that takes a sperm and makes a child. We learn it bio with its own style, but with infinite possibilities. I know that I can be what? Anything that I think and feel, yo, then set my mind to. I know the best is yet to come, so I be ecstatic, so I can become the vision that I hold for myself. Repeat it throughout the day till it's felt in the heart. Let magnetism play its part and magnify the electrical spark generated nervously, then set to embark from the classroom in the arc, down the chimney in the dark. The anointing that is slides from it, not the charts, but the cartilage harnessing electrical charge, not an arsonist, but the rules of heart. Yeah, and in that heart then beats my pulse, a waving equilibrium, balancing results in rhythmic push and pulse, and I'm engulfed in evenness. Now the lyrics know me like 1, 2, 3. This new dream surely seems to look familiar. Yo, but I noticed something strange. The beat had changed, but my heart was still the same. But from that day, my name became as I proclaim, and now I say that with infinite possibilities, I know that I can be what? Anything that I think and feel, yo, then set my mind to. I know the best is here right now, so I set out to befriend out, taking a page from Naruto's book and Goku's example. Now the foe when it shook his hand in the mirror made things clear that he was an essential element of development, and that perspective sets up the mind to unwind and find with indefinite storage of the mind to repeat and remind myself of divine text when I define resolution, high definition, then improve and refine daily exhibition, a preform dance that I do in advance, looking back on myself that I in the past, my own inner light illuminating the path, knowing I can only ever be exactly where I'm at. Yo, what's next? I forgot what the next song is.
It's probably gonna be good.
Yo, it's my second time performing this one. Time to call the spirit animals. Everybody gather around. Unless you're at the fire, stay warm. Yo. Hands up if you with this. I'ma call my spirit animal just so y'all can bear witness. Apply the quantum and mastery metaphysics as a ceaseless to God with a benefic existence. Finding perseverance through persistence. A war of art against resistance. Sitting alone so there's no distance between me and I. Talking to myself just to see if I listen. Yo, what'd you say? Can you repeat that? I didn't hear yet. I am here to adhere. Not to the beat of a drum, but to the beat of the heart that's attached to my lungs. Generating the sound, making me God's son. Not a gender assignment, but cymatic refinement. Reviewing my notes in different frequencies. Unlocking the serpent scale, removing the secrecy. 5 black, 8 white, 13 total Fibonacci sequencing. Just one of many signs to find a creator. The shadow of the divine past weeks later. 3 to be exact, Fibonacci coming back. Cause the W is silent every time I rap. Hey yo, shout out to Paul and Lauren, Blue Hill one time. Much love to everybody for being here and sharing this moment. Gonna channel some more spirit energy. Yo, let the facts now permeate through the PM matter as it's captured within the brain, bypassing the barrier, but not scarier than plastics, mimicking hormones cause they're lipid-based. So they escape the limitations of phagocytosis and enter the gates of the cell membrane, disguised with a different name. Yo, it's insane, were they designed that way? Hey yo, I can complain or retrain my perception. Epigenetics, belief is the weapon. So I'm using auto-suggestion, confirming to my energy, positive expression, confirming my victory by first turning inwardly, curing the injury of doubt, get it out so it's not found in my periphery. God, not a trace left, and exited graciously, fulfilling its purpose. I conquered me, thankfully. Y'all, did y'all catch that? I conquered me. Yo, who the fuck said I even had to battle myself in the first place? We still won the battle, y'all. I'm gonna tell you how we did it. Yo, verse 3. Yo, won the battle tactfully. No bloodshed, not a single casualty. When I realized that actually it's all a lie. I gave my dark side a hug and told him he was enough. Why tear each other down when we can build ourselves up? Love first, performing forgiveness. Shook hands, partnered up, and build a business, which is really a kingdom. Elevated both prisons. Self-coordination, now moving coordination. A merging of entities will technically make best friends with my greatest enemy just by changing my words. Yo, rewriting all my memories. Altering the past by changing the belief. Now it makes me laugh just by changing up my speech. Through the lies in the trash and set myself free. I used to do, and now I just be. I am hip-hop. Yo, yo, yo. We got a couple more songs coming. Shout out to God. Shout out to Paul and Lauren again one more time. I'm gonna keep shouting them out because I love them. Yo, peace. Next song. Yo, this is gonna be the last track of the mixtape that's coming up. This is for all my musicians. This is for anybody in general. We have themes and things that keep coming into our lives and pull us in a certain direction. I need you to remember why those things came to you in the first place. This will remind me why I grabbed the mic. Hey yo, take control, take a hold of your mind. When you feel lost, you just need to find the reason you first had when you began the path to embark on rhythm and rhyme. One more time, yeah, take control, take a hold of your mind. When you feel lost, you just need to find the vision you first had when you began the path to embark on rhythm and rhyme. Grab the mic, I begin to whine, then instructions are hidden in time. Cause hey yo, I'm gonna do time travel real quick. We're gonna start the song off from the beginning. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta be your own DJ. Shout out to DJ Alfred. Again, I go by Professor Aydee. And this is to remind us why we started this shit in the first place. Yo, take control, take a hold of your mind. When you feel lost, you just need to find the vision you first had when you began the path to embark on rhythm and rhyme. One more time, yeah, take control, take a hold of your mind. When you feel lost, you just need to find the vision you first had when you began the path to embark on rhythm and rhyme. Grab the mic, I grab my pen and begin to unwind. Secrets spun and hidden in cycles of time. I watch the planets align. Can only be divided by one and myself, making me prime. Guess I'm an optimist, anticipating the apocalypse. Regardless, it's a human collective, bargaining, enlarging in the garden, in eating. God remarking in startling ways. Got me harnessing days, so I retarget my aim as art on a page. Using heart to display this kind of cards that I play. that play their part in this frame. I impart in arrays like armor and blades, or using yarn or crochet, interweaving double meaning in your ringing. You're receiving by perceiving and believing, like radio. You retrieving my signal and tune into this tune. Station 444, like a rapping cartoon. I said, take control, take a hold of your mind. When you feel lost, you just need to find the vision you first had when you began the path to embark on rhythm and rhyme. One more time, yeah. Take control, take a hold of your mind. When you feel lost, you just need to find the vision you first had when you began the path to embark on rhythm and rhyme. Grab the mic, a second's time, a minute 60's what we find, but another 60 times produces hours. Now the eye with the Sharingan, a Rinnegan, and Bakugan, and all this visual prowess has me astounded. What I found, its words come first, like I could see it for sure, like it was always there, but it was always blurred. I learned dimensions of the unknown. Now I could see the curves, but a number line I had to first observe by acknowledging all of my negative traits, absolutely valuing myself to change it for wisdom and peace, getting what I want on top of my needs. We must fertilize and sprout every seed. Fractal geometry, know your roots, that's the proof. We never know which one's a one, O-N-E. Yo, shout out to Paul. This is one of his favorites. This is actually another fan favorite right here. The purpose of this song is to remind us about what we're looking for in our environment. Are we looking for the devil, or are we looking for God? Decide that for yourself. Yo, every word that I use has divinely been created, and now it reminds me to look for God everywhere I am finding, being at the right place in the right timing. Cause every word that I use has divinely been created, and now it reminds me to look for God everywhere I am finding, being at the right place in the right timing. Some call it luck, some an incidents. See it happen twice, now it's a coincidence. Choose your preferred vernacular, it makes no difference. I'll still combine words into compound interest. A synergist, making sense of gibberish. A peaceful warrior, out to subdue ignorance. A hindrance to progression, so my inference will start from scratch. From then we'll figure it out without a doubt. No ifs, ands, or buts. Energy in motion can never be stuck. Energy, emotions, bringing it up, amplified by the mind. So tell me, what is luck? Pulling things in like the forces of gravity, getting what you need, appear magically at the right moment. Like, yo, what is happening? What are you expecting in your mental faculty? Cause every word that I use has divinely been created, and now it reminds me to look for God everywhere I am finding, being at the right place in the right timing. Cause every word that I use has divinely been created, and now it reminds me to look for God everywhere I am finding, being at the right place in the right timing. Heaven means haven, more like a harbor. So then what's this body if that's where my soul is garnered? In organization, organic information, organs information, unified in coordination for this oral orchestration, sacred configuration, interpretations of sensorial stimulation, indications of atomic reformation with intentions of ascension and adoration. Adorned with the formless form, adaptive basis is changing for escaping the norm. Like, okay, I'm corn E, yo, but never genetically modified. So what's Wall Street when stellarly it's occupied in charts, topping the billboard? So why would I be concerned with petty placements and adjacents? I walk with ancients, smelling victory's fragrance, which we created. Jupiter celebrated for expansion of dedicated words I use that have divinely been created, and now it reminds me to look for God everywhere I am finding, being at the right place in the right timing. Cause every word that I use has divinely been created, and now it reminds me to look for God everywhere I am finding, being at the right place in the right timing. Yo, we got 2 songs left. Yo. I already knew what I was getting into before I started this life. Yo. From the day God said, let life begin, the outside said I was born bathed in sin. A new child defiled with bricks to the skin, severed from the supplier of life from where I had just been. Incorporated with the number, so when I work I'm taxed. Given race, religion, and a name. Was I even asked? Trying to map my future without explaining my past. Yeah, they heard my cries, but all they did was laugh. Putting paperwork first and standard procedure. Was I one of their own or just a foreign creature? They traumatized me first, then they said I could bond with dad and mom, but it was all my choice, so I keep on in. Yo, I thank God for this day. and for showing me the way, yo. And although I made mistakes, I know I'ma get through this plight. First, by being the light, and then looking inside, only to realize that I'm divine. It's my path and I alone must walk it. Yo, years passed, but what had I amassed? Individuality, but wait, looking back, a dive in duality, separation from the fact that I'm one with the totality, which later made me ask why. Hey yo, what's the reason for this? Why was I birthed? Why do I exist in the waters of life, navigating the currency since I left the birth canal, swimming with urgency, moving towards haven, a heaven of sorts, directing this vessel, readjusting my course, sharing my revelations, but was simply ignored, feeling like a victim, like no one would listen, but I keep on, and I thank God for this day, and for showing me the way, yo, and although I made mistakes, I know I'ma get through this plight, first, by being the light, and then looking inside, only to realize that I'm divine. It's my path and I alone must walk it. At war, but what was I battling? A system of lies, or my own mentality? What's even reality? This matrix is a fallacy. Do I need to learn alchemy? God, give me a hand, right? Then and there, I started to see that everything in the water was a reflection of me. Like Simba by the pond looking up at the stars. They said, my son, remember who you are. And it clicked. Yo, I felt a sense of peace, surrendering myself, getting down on my knees just to hear, get up, stand on your feet. Yo, how can you be beat when your heart still beats? Let's delete, obsolete. Victimization, victory over the streets as vindication, meditation, affirmation, and visualization, some stimulation to add to the simulation. The answer here, it's really quite obvious. You have all you need. Develop your godly gifts so when the moment comes and you're blessed with an audience, neurons don't mirror words, but they mirror our embodiment. So I keep on, and I thank God for this day and for showing me the way. And although I made mistakes, I know I'ma get through this plight, first by being the light, and then looking inside, only to realize that I'm divine. It's my path and I alone must walk it. Yeah. Shout out to the ancestors walking with us. Shout out to the past selves. We're a little too hard on our past selves. Just remember, if your past self had done anything wrong, you wouldn't be here today. So a little bit of empathy, a little bit of love. And we always have God, so we're never alone. Yo, I got one more song for y'all. Want to mellow the mood out to end the night. I'm just here to remind you of your divinity, which you already know. Nothing I'm saying is new. Everything I'm saying you've already heard. Just let it be a confirmation, a reaffirmation. Yo, follow me on this last one, yo. We're gonna go through time. By the time you realize you're in history, you just missed it. But historically, as a mystic, I rewind time and remix it. Cycles means that I was here before, yo, so now it's a revisit. Talking to numbers, to be specific. Rising in the Atlantic just to set in the Pacific. Speeding up time to close the distance, but as long as there is space, yo, the existence of pure potentiality, infinite realities. But which one of those will materialize? Solidified field of light helps me feel the vibes, reveals that life happens when I visualize. After I visualize, whether conscious or subconsciously, intention and attention fuse with time is the offering, the metaphorical sunlight and watering to synthesize light. Yo, why hit the lottery when you can make something out of nothing? Finding creation and destruction just to reassemble to a whole new production. Why this the function and cause a dysfunction? I'd rather cause a conjunction of yin and yang. Remove this and now it's all one. No separation from two polarities of false duality when actually connected with the hyperbolic center. A torus flowing forever. Everything looks new, but I've been here before. My eyes say one thing, but I feel it in my core. Coincidences, am I tripping? Yo, is this deja vu? Why is it that what I see in me is what I see in you? Yo, everything looks new, but I've been here before. My eyes say one thing, but I feel it in my core. Coincidences, am I tripping? Yo, is this deja vu? Why is it that what I see in me is what I see in you forever and ever? till time enters eternity. Inhalations incoming, inspiring the furthering, cultivation and care, guidance and nurturing, protection, awareness to divinely birth the kingdom. I'll follow in the footsteps of the Most High, a child in the image of my parent. It's apparent, yin yang coming back, starting pairing of some acids in a double helix. The divine design we find us revealing, pulling back, peeling an appealing shield, occulting the interior, sealing the slew of secrets. The deepest core is yielding. Yo, it's not a unified field, it's a feeling, and I don't fight the feeling, I just feel, and that's how I feel. Letting go of thoughts weighing me down. Now I can lift my head up, displaying the crown erected on this column that has its roots in the ground. The creator waves high with primordial sound, measured with the medium called an oracle now, using word of mouth to give immaculate birth to a noun, subjected to my will, predicated upon skill that spills when I sit still. And now I'm filled like distilled H2O. This is my icosahedric creative flow. The way I photosynthesize light, this was made to grow. And yo, cause everything looks new, but I've been here before. My eyes say one thing, but I feel it in my core. Coincidences? Am I tripping? Yo, is this deja vu? Why is it that what I see in me is what I see in you? Yo, everything looks new, but I've been here before. My eyes say one thing, but I feel it in my core. Coincidences? Am I tripping? Yo, is this deja vu? Why is it that what I see in me is what I see in you? And what I see in you is a reflection. You are a mirror to me, so now I am selecting and choosing specific features, drawing it from the ether, and now my RAS is detecting it in my environment, the aim of my direction in its entireness, changing my perception. Energy is tireless, yet creates a destined moment set to happen, can't escape predestined. Fate they call it, so with faith I call in the power of the spoken word. MC and divine speech, food for thought I serve as your nerves translate light beams and sound waves weaved into rhyme schemes, cause everything looks new, but we've been here before. Our eyes say one thing, but we feel it in our core. Coincidences? Nah, we ain't tripping, this is deja vu. Yo, if we all say I, then really, who is you? Hey y'all, peace, thank you very much. That's what it is. Right now I'm only on Instagram, Professor_Aydee. Album's on the way. Y'all can get it for free. Peace. There it is.